Have you ever taken a substance without knowing anything about it? Chances are you might have, but what if I told you when I was 16 years old, I took acid for the first time without knowing anything about it, which led to me sneaking out on New Year's and a whole crazy weird chain of events unfolding. In order to fully understand this story, we need to go all the way back to December of 2021. This was during the first semester of my sophomore year of high school, and at the time, I was grounded. If you watch the story of how I got involved with the FBI at 15, you'll understand why. This story takes place just about a month after I got grounded for that whole ordeal. But since I was grounded, I was missing out on every single one of these holidays, besides some of Christmas, and this was around like the 4th year in a row that I was missing all of these holidays, so I was extremely depressed. He's telling me that he's at Jack's house and they're about to do acid, and like he's telling me this all excited, telling me nonstop about his plans. And now I'm getting this thought in my head of like, okay, well, I obviously have $10 and I obviously got 2 legs, so I can go get acid if I want to. So now I'm sitting in my room kind of just contemplating. I'm like, should I do this acid? Should I not? Because like, I know next to nothing about acid. I've taken shrooms like a good handful of times by this point, but I just am kind of assuming that acid is like shrooms. How much for a tab? Sure enough, he says $10. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Nope, I'm gonna sneak out. So I text him, I'm like, I'll be there in like around 10 minutes. I won't have a phone though, so I will not be able to text you. I'll just be out in the parking lot. And he's like, okay. So I get up, I grab $10, put on some warm clothes, and I get ready to sneak out. Once I go to sneak out, this dude, like literally his apartment complex was like less than a mile away from my house. So once I snuck out, I started jogging over to the apartment complex. I got over there pretty quickly, but I could not text him that I was there. So like, I'm just posted up in the parking lot, scanning the area. I'm waiting for like 10 minutes. Nobody is walking around this apartment complex because like I'm looking for somebody who looks like they'd be selling acid. I'm not even seeing anybody in the entire apartment complex, so I'm like just looking around. I'm getting pretty confused. It's super cold and I'm like, okay, come on, where is this guy? I cannot text you. Till eventually I spin around and I see some guy walking down the sidewalk, and like he's looking at me the same way I'm looking at him, like somewhat suspicious, but like thinking this is probably my guy. And like the closer he gets, the more Discord mob vibes I'm getting, because like he's got an unmaintained beard, like some greasy hair, and he's like a little bit bigger. And then eventually he just looks at me and is like, hey, are you him? And I'm like, yeah, that's me, right? So I walk over there. I have the $10 folded up in my hand and I give it to him in a handshake, grab my tab, and I'm like, all right, appreciate you. Have a good night, bro. Turn around to walk away. And that's where he's like, hey, whoa, hang on. Have you heard of like blah, blah, blah? Like, I was so confused about this whole thing because I can't tell if this guy is trying to groom and flash me, if he's really lonely and needs friends, or if he's genuinely just tripping extremely hard off of multiple tabs.